How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a Movie Hooker YouTube video. Today's video, I want to be taking you through some new vampire movies that are going to be releasing pretty soon. So this is going to be a very, very good year for vampire movies. And I think I've got about 6 movies here that I want to talk about. So first up is Robert Eggers' Nosferatu remake. We recently got the trailer and exceeded all my expectations. It looks like a beautiful, haunting gothic horror, um, told in great detail and accuracy, and it looks absolutely stunning. The cast is phenomenal, and when I started talking about Nosferatu, it also reminded me, which I'll mention quickly, of Shadow of the Vampire, which was released in year 2000, starred Willem Dafoe and John Malkovich, and that was also a different sort of take on the Nosferatu story, be it written around the rumour that the lead actor Max Sherrick was in fact a vampire, but unfortunately he wasn't, which is a bit shit. This is my big thing of tea here. And yeah, unfortunately the guy wasn't a vampire. He died in 1936 after playing after being in loads of plays. So, yes, what is up next after this here? Okay, next up is another gothic vampire horror. This is by Adrian Bowe, and this is called The Vourdalak. I think I've been looking forward to The Vourdalak a little bit more than Nosferatu. There's sometimes you just get an image from a movie and it's enough to sell you. And this was what I sort of got with the Vourdalak, and the image was just of this little kid, and there's like a huge vampire leaning over his neck, and you see like the big sort of Nosferatu vampire hand, big giant long fingers. So it looks absolutely creepy, but I've actually got the Vourdalak right now in my possession to watch very, very soon and review, so you can expect a review of the Vourdalak coming. The Vourdalak is a little bit different than your average vampire movie, and I really, really like that about that. Um, in fact, I love this idea, this idea of a vampire more than I would love your average Count Dracula vampire, where he just goes, fuck it, I'm going to eat everybody. I'm going to drink everybody. I'm going to drink Mina Harker. I'm going to drink Jonathan Harker. I'm going to drink Van Helsing. And he doesn't discriminate. He just drinks. Whereas this vampire, which I have to say as well, if you know about the Vourdalak, you will know that this vampire movie, the vampire tale that the Vourdalak is based on, predates what is widely known, I guess, as like the original and OG vampire film of all time, and a vampire story, sorry, of all time, and that is Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now, I am pretty sure there's going to be other vampire tales released before Dracula, but I only know about the Vourdalak. So, the Vourdalak was written in 1837, or released in 1837. It was It was written by an author called Alexei Konstanovich Tolstoy, and it was a short novella. Now, here is the creepy thing about the Vourdalak. It's based on Slavic folklore, and this vampire comes back from the dead. And, as far as I know, the family of this deceased man or woman, let's not discriminate here, um, the family are sitting in the house, nervous, uncomfortable as fuck, because why? Because they know that their loved one, they're dead, they're deceased, their brown bread loved one is coming back from the dead, and they're awaiting his arrival, but he is no longer that person. He is a Vourdalak, and the Vourdalak's only purpose in, I would say in life, but it's not really in life, in its undeadness, is to come and suck the blood out of your family and convert them into vampires, or change them. I don't know. Change them sounds better than convert. It's not like I'm converting them into a different religion or something. They're getting turned into vampires. So what I meant by why I like this approach of vampirism more is that this vampire is dealing with the family of, you know, its family, and that is harrowing when you think about it, because Van Helsing or Jonathan Harker or anybody always puts up a fight. Sam from Lost Boys, Charlie Brewster from fucking Fright Night, they always put up a fight. But if you're a vampire and you look like a dead family member and you go into the house, then the chances are that the mother, the father, the brothers, the sisters, the grandparents are going to want their natural instinct. My natural instinct will be like, fuck off with its head, and stake through the heart. But yeah, I think it's just really, really sad, and more, I think like a vampire can feed off that sorrow, and grief even more than if a vampire just grabbed a random dude and munched on him. You know, I think there's a deeper sadness that comes with this Slavic vampire folklore, and I love it. So that is the Vourdalak. I'm going to have to go into my article here. Okay, I will tell you very, very quickly while it's in my head that there's also, it should be released right now. Oh, by the way, I have to say that the Vourdalak is absolutely pissing down outside. The Vourdalak is available in the US right now. So if you are in the United States, you will be able to see Adrian Bo's gothic vampire horror comedy, The Vourdalak. And yes, what was I going to say? Yes, I was just, while we're on the subject of French vampire movies, there's another brand new vampire movie that should be released now, or it's very, very close to getting released. Right, here we go. This is a tough one to get. It's called Humanist Vampire Seeks Consenting Suicidal Person. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Again, this is another sort of dark comedy about this young teenage. It's a coming of age story for someone that doesn't age. I think I've read that somewhere. That's not mine. That's a good line. But yeah, this is about like a vampire who doesn't want to kill anybody. This woman, this young girl even, and she just is on the hunt for someone that wants to kill themselves so she can have her first kill and not feel too bad about it. But obviously, there's going to be this connection between this depressed, suicidal person and this vampire who's scared to eat people. So that wasn't even included in my list, but there you go. That's an added bonus. That is Humanist Vampire Seeks Consenting Suicidal Person. So okay, I don't have to go to my list yet. Next up is one called Flesh of the Gods. I'm sure you can hear that rain. Yeah, that's fucking very loud actually. It's called Flesh of the Gods. Now this is going to be absolutely insane. It's going to be brilliant for 4 reasons. Let me say, it's directed by Panos Cosmatos. If you don't know that name, he is the guy who gave us Nicolas Cage's and Andrea Riseborough's fantastic psychedelic, blood-soaked, fucking chaotic mayhem that was Mandy. Absolutely loved Mandy. I loved the colour of Mandy. I loved the violence in Mandy, and I loved the bones out of the soundtrack of Mandy. So that's reason 1. This is a new vampire movie. Okay, there's going to be 5 reasons. Reason 1, it's by Panos Cosmatos. Reason 2, it's set in the 80s. 80s and vampires. I know that's people's favourite. That's people's jam. I can understand why. Hold on, let's turn on Jason. Give him a wee red colour. Yeah, so that's number 2. Reason number 2, that's Panos Cosmatos. Or no, that is, it's set in the 80s. Reason number 3, this is a vampire movie, not only directed by Panos Cosmatos, but also written by Kevin fucking Walker. And if you don't know who Kevin Walker is probably best known for writing Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, dare I say it, Kevin Spacey, serial killer movie from the 90s, that was called Seven, What's in the Box, Gwyneth Paltrow, that movie. So we've got the writer of Seven, and writing a vampire movie directed by Panos Cosmatos. Okay, and here is the final two things. It stars Oscar Isaac and also Kristen Stewart, and that is like Oscar Isaac is brilliant. Kristen Stewart gets a lot of shit, and I'll hear none of it. She is, like, I hate to say the female version of Robert Pattinson, but it's a good comparison because both of them have successfully washed the shit stains of Twilight off of them, and they have went down a really interesting route. Maybe all this years in the Hollywood spotlight, they want anything but now. So yeah, it's called Flesh of the Gods, this new one, and Oscar Isaac and Kristen Stewart are a rich married couple, I think in LA or New York, it doesn't matter. I think it's New York. And they descend onto the streets every night and they get mixed up with a vampire who goes by the name of Nameless. That's his name. And they get sucked. Let me say, oh, it was good actually. They get sucked into his world of gratuitous violence and sex and seduction, and it just sounds, if it's going to be set in the 80s, Panos Cosmatos, written by the guy who wrote Seven, expect one of the best vampire movies. This is just like a one hell of a team. So that, guys, is called Flesh of the Gods. I'm actually going, okay, no, yeah, the next two I want to talk about are called Boogieville, and one is called Drained. The reason I'm talking about these both together is that they're both by director Sean Cronin. I've seen some posters of Boogieville, and I've seen some still shots. The vampires look mean as fuck, and Sean makes a menacing villain, and even more so with he makes an even more menacing vampire, absolutely terrifying. It just looks like a dirty, all-out vampire horror film, and it looks really good. So, what it is about a couple who are on the run, as far as I'm aware, and they end up in an abandoned trailer park, which is called Boogieville, and the people who are at this abandoned trailer park are fucking vampires. So, that is Boogieville. Okay, next up. Okay, this is going to be good. So this is... I haven't heard a lot of stuff about this, and when I was writing this actual list on moviehooker.com, you should go to moviehooker.com and read all the articles as well, please. That would be nice. Yeah, when I was writing this list, I stumbled on this movie. I was like, holy shit, right? This is great news. And then I remembered, shit, I did hear something about this, but I haven't heard anything in a while. So, it looks like Luc Besson, the French director, probably best known for his Jean Reno and Natalie Portman hitman movie, Leon the Professional. But my favourite Luc Besson movie would have to be Angel A, which is a beautiful black and white sort of fairy tale like movie. And I absolutely adore that, more so than Leon. Don't get me wrong, I love Leon. So this is the director of Leon, remaking what I can tell is Bram Stoker's Dracula, the tale. It's called Dracula, a love tale. And okay, here we go. Featuring an astonishing, I'm reading this off my site by the way, moviehooker.com again. Featuring an astonishing cast. So here we go. You ready? Christoph Waltz, please be Dracula. I cannot, like, if Christoph Waltz plays Dracula, I don't know. I will want for nothing more. So here's the co-star in this new Luc Besson movie is Caleb Landry Jones. I adore this dude. I think he's one of the most important actors in genre cinema. He is... he's also a musician. Check him out on YouTube. I have been. I might actually go do that now after this. So Caleb Landry Jones will be probably best known for his role in Brandon Cronenberg's Antiviral. He was also recently in a movie called Dogman, which I think is Luc Besson as well. So it's coming together. That's how they met. So, and he's also in a movie by Snowtown directors, uh, or Snowtown director, sorry, called Nitram, which is about the Port Arthur massacre in Australia, and it's really not about that event. It is about the events leading up to the massacre and how psychologically damaged the dude who carried out this atrocity, how messed up he actually was. The bullying that he went through, this guy was psychologically fucking. Oh, he was just. There was no hope for him, and he was constantly bullied, and he had such easy access to guns, and this is what happened. And after that movie, I think some sort of gun law came in, and there's been none since. Looking at you, America. But anyway, okay, so that is Dracula, a love tale. All I have really here is that it's going to be like a retelling of Bram Stoker's Dracula. You could tell me that a million times and I'll watch it. Every year someone goes, oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula's out again. I'll be like, sweet. But I have to admit, I do miss Keanu Reeves. What did he say that I love in Bram Stoker's Dracula? I know where the bastard sleeps. I brought him there to Carfax Abbey. Fucking love him. That was a shit English accent, by the way. So next up is Flesh of the Gods. Already talked about that one. Okay, Drained as well is another one that I really don't have a lot about information as well, but I do know that it's about a seductive female vampire, and it again, I've seen some stills and it looks bloody as fuck. This is from director Sean Cronin as well, and both Boogieville and Drained have both got into this year's Cannes Film Festival, so we should be seeing a release pretty soon. And guys, that is all the vampire movies that I know about. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe for more. Cheers, word up.